Al, just the play of Brad today, obviously made some huge plays there, evading pressure. Do you feel like he's growing even more these last couple games?
Yeah, I mean, he's his courage, his mental toughness, his ability to make plays when we need him. He's swiping the field. Obviously, we called a pop pass down there, and then they took it away, and he came all the way back on his progression. I mean, he's poised. So, made some big throws when we needed it. We got to protect him a little bit better, but you know what you're getting into when you play this outfit. So, good win, and obviously Brad's stepping up his game right now.
Coach, in the good versus bad, I guess good, no turnovers for a second straight game, but unfortunately, 9 penalties, 81 yards. Just how do you?
Yeah, I mean, we're protecting the ball really well, Beast, and we're developing a culture of that. We got to stay on top of that. I think it was on the ground a couple of times today, and you can't live and die like that. You got to stay on top of that. The penalties, I just told the captains that they need to handle it. We've shown everything. We've drilled everything. We've been punitive. We've done everything that you possibly can, and they got to own it right now. They got to own it because it's sloppy and it's the same things. And then again, to get an unsportsmanlike conduct after a touchdown, that's a poor reflection on our team, and obviously as me as a head coach, and I got to fix that. But those operational ones, players need to step up and fix those immediately, or it's going to hurt us.
You had 4 different combinations on the offensive line, up front, and kept rotating. What was the feel there? What were you?
Well, again, they're so active, okay, and you got to find ways to generate runs. I thought we were patient with the run game. We got 39 rushes, which, if you can get 30 against these guys is good. So again, I know it's not the yards that we want, but you're outnumbered on every play. But you got to make them defend the run, otherwise it just turns into they're going to tee off on your quarterback. So that part of the game plan we executed. Needed to make a couple more yards there and connect a couple more times, and obviously finish drives. But as it relates to the offensive line, they were battling and doing the things they needed to do. We were trying to play a lot of guys and wear them out, and so we played a lot of guys, and we just needed to finish a little bit better.
Yeah, the defense, 361 yards today. Guys seem to be playing harder, more aggressive, forced turnovers.
Yeah, I think they played better. They saw the ball better. We were in our gap integrity was better. They came to work all week, and again, we had some concerns going into the game because of how they settled in last Friday night. Both those tight ends are good players. They're getting the ball to McMillan more. Obviously, Ford's coming on, and Motley. He beat us a couple times with his feet. So. Got to get rid of those explosive runs. We hadn't been that last year. We didn't give up many explosive runs a year ago, and now we're giving up too many. So gap integrity, have good force. But I thought we played hard. I thought we were aggressive. We played a lot of people, and obviously, Juwan Young really stepped up in Raphael's absence.
Al, since the half of Florida State game, the defense seems to be more in an attacking mode. It seems to fit them better. It seems you get better results. You get some turnovers.
Yeah.
Get some stops, get some things you need.
Well, again, we are an attack defense. I mean, we attacked Nebraska the whole game, and we let them out, and they had X-plays. Again, we are a 50%, zone pressure or man pressure team. We finished some plays in this game, which was good, whether it's the pass rush and not running past the quarterback, and then getting to the level of the quarterback and getting them on the ground. I don't know how many sacks we ended up with, but certainly we were hitting them. Does anybody know how many sacks we ended up with?
I don't know that. I know one of your interceptions was pressure.
But we were hitting them and getting pressure with 4 and 5, which was good, and then obviously the 4th and 4 was a big stop for us.
Al, getting back to your captain, Raphael Kirby, it didn't look good on the sideline.
Yeah, again, we're concerned. That's all I can say. I mean, we don't know. He's getting an MRI right now, but he's we're just praying for him at this point. Obviously we just want him to have good luck with this. We really do, because no one deserves it more than he does.
Can you talk about Artie Bird's development?
Yeah, I mean, Artie's doing really well. I know he's disappointed about the go route. He really was in pretty good position to have a late finish on the hands, and so that one I know is going to sting him. But his development, his growth, his ability to see the ball in the air, and he's really doing a good job of just trusting his technique and playing with technique. So I know he's going to be disappointed. The kid made a nice play on the sideline, give them credit, but I know Artie's going to be disappointed that he didn't have an opportunity to finish that on the sideline, but he's getting better.
Coach improving on third downs on offense and doing a good job on defense there as well.
Yeah, I think, that differential, we've been minus for 2 years in that, and maybe today's the day that we turn it positive in terms of, offensive, third down conversions, minus defensive third down conversions. So if that ratio gets positive, plus the way we're protecting the ball, that's good for us. Obviously Brad's throwing the ball really well right now. Our timing is better. We're catching it better, and we're just throwing more. So I'm pleased with that. The last 2 weeks we really settled in there in terms of throwing and catching.
Out before the half, 2 running plays, and then obviously the 45-yarder. What are you thinking on that? What were you trying
Well, I was thinking we had 3 timeouts or 2.
Not sure.
2. I was thinking we had 2 timeouts and we're going to get into 2 minutes, and then we go offsides on the first play. Now you're 1st and 15 against a team that lives in that world. I ran it on first and second. Right, I ran it on first and second, and then obviously we had good discipline. We drove them off sides on a hard count, and the guys converted the play. So obviously with the time, I think we had 2 timeouts, and from there we went down and converted. And again, Brad was awesome on that drive, and just the discipline to stay in there and then protect once they went off sides. But clearly it's hard when you're in that end of the field, and you want to try a 2 minute, and then you start 1st and 15. So I mean, that's just bad ball right there, and we were able to get out of it because of the play of a couple of guys.
You know if that was an audible? Was that an audible?
Ours?
Yeah, the pass play on.
No, if we drew them off sides, we just continued to play. And they did a great job. It was a great throw, and obviously Herb reacted, and we protected. If the defensive lineman is unabated, they blow it dead, which happened in the first quarter. So by virtue of us protecting, we got a free play. So again, Brad is really sharp with that, and we executed that play well.
You touched on the chemistry right now that Brad's getting with receivers. With Rashawn specifically, how have you just seen that relationship?
Yeah, they're throwing. They're throwing every day. They're connecting. There's a chemistry there, and obviously Stacy and Brax being back has helped us out a ton. And then the growth of the 2 young tight ends, Herndon and David. And I think Brad. The thing about Brad right now is there's subtle little changes in his game that he didn't do a year ago. And for him to kind of flatten out and move laterally to his right and keep a play alive and hit David, that's big. I mean, he's got more confidence in that right now, and that's big because you can't always just sit there in the pocket. And so that was huge for him to do that and then make that play. What a hell of a play by David.
Coach,
last question.
Coach, you're going to continue to kind of shift that offensive line around a bit. Do you think it'll kind of affect the chemistry, especially in the run blocking?
Well, I feel like we have the right guys. We're rotating the right guys. I'm gonna let them sort it out. Who wants to start, and who played really well tonight, who needs to improve, and all that. But I feel like we have more guys certainly than we did 5-6 weeks ago, and Casey is starting to really look like himself now. His conditioning, everything that he's doing, and Joe is making a lot of progress. So I'm not disappointed with the other guys. We just want to continue to push it forward.